Today we're looking at Nintendo point cards. Before everyone just had their credit card hooked up to everything, you had to buy these things and enter the codes online to be able to buy what it was you wanted. And I always love going back to look at them just because of how much they have changed over the years, starting all the way back on the Wii, of course, but not like that, rather like this. It came in a plastic case and you get this little tiny card inside. You had to cut into this, don't accidentally cut the card, and usually this plastic starts hurting your hands when you're trying to kind of break into there and get those points out. But yeah, that's how we used to do it. And even once you're in, it's like not even a real card, it's like a flimsy piece of paper, this being a later iteration that adds the DSi on there, because of course there was a DSi store where you could buy some apps as well. As we just looked at though, eventually they upgraded it to one of these things which we're likely all familiar with, which hangs on kind of a hook at the store. And yeah, that's 2,000 Wii points back when Nintendo had their own currency. Pretty much everyone but PlayStation, I think, tried to do that in the beginning. You got like Xbox Live points, and it was like 1,600 for $20. How that ever worked, I don't know. But this one's, you know, much more sturdy, much nicer. And yeah, that was the evolution of that. But once we move on to the next generation, we got the 3DS here. And this is, it doesn't even say like eShop on it. You know, this is at a time before that terminology was really solidified. And this is a really nice, shiny $20 card. They're always really liked the look of this one. But of course, once the Wii U comes out, that changes a little bit, and we have a couple of variations to look at. This one, we have the $20 and the $35 version, and they're both the same consoles on the front there, pretty much everything identical except for those numbers at the top. And then we kind of move on to them introducing characters on the cards rather than the consoles themselves, and it mentions right here in text instead 3DS and Wii U. And now, you know, depending on the money value, we get different characters like Yoshi for the $10, we got Mario and Luigi for the $20, we got Luigi alone for the $35, followed by Mario for the $50. So yeah, kind of cool to see, you know, how they'd mix them up like that, makes them a little bit more distinguishable. And of course, you know, the eShop terminology is well solidified now. People know they're going to be working on their 3DS and Wii U. And yeah, these ones look pretty nice. And then that brings us to kind of the more modern day ones where, you know, bodies are overrated. Now it's all about the characters' faces. We'll look at that one in a second. But yeah, like you got Luigi on the 10. Luigi's been downgraded. Yoshi used to be the 10. Now Luigi's the 10. Mario's 25. So, you know, inflation has hit the Mushroom Kingdom. We're looking at $25 now. 50 and for Link and Bowser. They kind of have to battle it out, I guess, to see who's worth the $50. Also now, I guess something to note about the later cards on the back is you know, this one's a scratch one. I guess that's the difference, is that maybe that was an older 50 one. With the newer 50 here, you'll see it's like a sticker that you peeled off to get that code. The problem with the scratching was I had a card once where I actually scratched some of the letters and numbers off, and you could kind of tell, so I had to guess a little bit before it worked. But it's nice to see that they've made that change. And the last thing I included here, while not being a shop card technically, I thought this would be at an honorable mention for like the worst looking card ever. You know, just red background with white text on it. Back before there was the expansion pass, you know, they sold these at the stores, and I figured if I'm gonna spend money on an online subscription service, you know, I'm gonna get a piece of cardboard to go along with it. So, you know, 12 months for $25 wasn't so bad back in the day, but, you know, I need the expansion pass now as I love playing Mario Party Online with everyone. So, you know, these cards aren't too good for that anymore. But yeah, that is the history of Nintendo online shopping stuff. Pretty crazy just how far it's come. Which iteration is your favorite? Again, I always love to go back and kind of look at these. Funny just how much things have changed over the years. I'd love to hear what you think about that down in the comments below. So thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you next time for something different. So thanks and take care.